Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be making a cheesecake. Now initially I was going to do a raspberry and white chocolate one, and then when we were halfway around the shop Carl said, oh, can you not do lemon and lime with a ginger biscuit base? So that's what we're going to do today. So I'll show you the ingredients that we're going to use. So the ingredients that you're going to use are, I'm using ginger biscuit base, but you can use any biscuits that you like. Digestives are a popular one, but we like gingers, so we're going to have that. I haven't got butter in the shot, but you'll need to have a couple of tablespoons of butter in to make your biscuit base. There's a little bit of ice and sugar there. This is ice and sugar I've just made myself, which is just normal granulated sugar in a pestle and mortar ground down, so a little bit of ice and sugar. I've got a lime, a fresh lime. We've got some soft cheese, and it's got to be full fat. And we've also got some double cream. And I would recommend that you don't use Elmley, because Elmley's long life and it doesn't thicken up as thick as normal double cream does, or I've found anyway. And I prefer lemon curd in my cheesecakes as opposed to fresh lemon. Now, lemon curd I normally make my own, but I don't have any in. And I begrudged paying £1.15 for this in Tesco today, especially knowing I can make my own, but there you go. So, we'll get cracking. So, first off, what we're going to do is we're going to bash our biscuits. So, start off by, if you've got a blitzer, you can pop them in like a food processor, you can do it that way. You can put them in a plastic bag and you can bash them that way. I just put them in my tin, and in my bowl, sorry, and I mash them and bash them with the end of a rolling pin. So there's our biscuit base all bashed. So now what I'm going to do is I've got a couple of tablespoons of melted butter and I'm going to pour that in. So for the melted butter, you can just put it in a microwave, in a bowl or whatever, but I just melt mine on the hob. So I'm going to get all this now mixed together. Just give it a good mix and you'll see all of your biscuit dough coming together with sort of dough, like a base. And it's all coming together, and when you push it down in your tin in a bit, it'll all set and it won't be crumbly when you cut your cheesecake. So I'm going to get this all mixed in and we'll get it in the tin. So my tin here, it's a loose bottom, so you just push that and it'll pop out. And it's, I think it's about an 8-inch, this one. So all I'm going to do, I'm not going to line it or anything like that. I'm just literally going to pour my biscuit base into here and push it all down. So that's in. So we're just going to spread it all out and make sure you get it proper pushed down, so that when it goes in the fridge just now to set, it won't go crumbly. And when you cut it, it'll cut perfect. So you just want to keep squashing it down so it's all even and level. So there we have it. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge while we do our next steps. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cream cheese. It doesn't, you can use Philadelphia if you want, but I've just used Tesco's cheapy one. It makes absolutely no difference to me, to be honest. So we're going to pop all of our cream cheese in first. Next, what I'm going to add is a tablespoon of my ice and sugar. So we'll get that put in. If you can hear any background noise, it's just Carl. He's cooking a roast for today. So there's our ice and sugar in there now. Now for this next step, you can use a handheld mixer. You can use a little whisk like this, what I'm using. You can use a big cake mixer thing with a whisk on the end. It's easy enough for me to just do it with my whisk. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to whisk this and mix the ice and sugar in with the cheese, just so it goes a little bit more smooth and a little bit more easier to work with. There you go, literally only took a couple of seconds, and I've just split my little whisk, but never mind. So the next thing that's going to go in is some lemon curd and some lime. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the zest off this lime just by grating it, and I'm going to get the juice out. So I'm just going to zest this like that, just by grating it, and you can see there in the bowl that the skin or the rind of the lime will come off. So I'm going to get all of this done, and then I'm going to get the juice out of it as well. So you can see there, I'm just going to pop the rind into the cheese mixture, and I'm also going to get all of the juice out of the lime. Now, you don't have to use all of the juice. You can add a little bit of juice and then taste. We use all of the lime there because we like the zestiness of it. And there's the lemon curd going in there as well. And we're just going to give that a little bit of a mix into the cheese. And again, you can taste as you go, and it's personal preference. If you want to add a little bit more lemon, then please do so. So I'm going to add our cream in there now. And it won't take long. You just need to whisk for a couple of minutes until it's nice and thick. And try not to over whisk as well, because you can actually over whisk your cheesecake mixture. So once it's quite thick and it stands up in peaks, as you can see there, it's ready to put on top of the biscuit base and then pop in the fridge. I use a silicone spatula because it gets all of the mixture out of the bowl, and then we can just spread it around evenly. So you can see there that I'm just using my spatula to spread it all around. And again, just give it a quick taste, and if you want a bit more lemon in, add it. If you want a bit more lime, add it. And there we have it. So I've got some lemon curd just in a piping bag, and I'm just going to do a few lines. Try not to, they go a little bit squiggly there, but hey ho, it doesn't matter. So if we do some lines across like this, and then I'm just going to get a skewer and drag it up and down, it sort of gives like a diamond arrow kind of effect. So it looks a little bit cool. And a little bit better than just a plain white top. And again, you've got the tanginess of the lemon there as well. So that's the cheesecake done, guys, and it's in the refrigerator. It goes in for about 3 to 4 hours, and it should be ready after then, preferably overnight, but 3 to 4 hours will be fine. So the cheesecake's been in the fridge for a couple of hours now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it onto the glass. And because this is a loose bottom, when I push the sides down, it should come away from the tin. So fingers crossed. So you can see there that I'm pushing down just ever so slightly. And it will come off, just bear with us. And there you go. So you can see there as I'm just easing it down gently, the bottom comes off, and there is our cheesecake. So I'm just going to cut into, you can hear the crunch in that base, and all the way down there again, and we'll get this out and plate it up. So I've just stuck the knife under there, and fingers crossed. It's hard to do this one-handed. Let me, almost in one piece, and there you go, set lovely. And there you have it, guys, lemon and lime cheesecake. So there we have it. There's our lemon and lime cheesecake, and I'm just going to pop a raspberry on the side because lemon and raspberry go lovely together. So there you go, guys, and I hope you try and enjoy.